Okay, now let's take a look at the fourth question, which is calculate the pH of the solution at the equivalence point. Now, before that, let's take a look again. What is equivalence point? Equivalence point is the point when the number of moles of acid equivalents to the number of moles of the base. So basically, they are neutralize each other, or in other words, we can say that the number of hydroxide ion is equivalent to the number of mole for the hydroxide or hydronium ion. I hope you still remember, as this is what we have done in our experiment before. So that is equivalence point. And endpoint is where the point at which the indicator will change its color. So when it comes to the questions related with equivalence point, we have to know the endpoint as well. Now, let's go back to the questions. As we can see, we have hydrochloric acid react with sodium hydroxide with the ratio 1:1. At equivalent points, that means the number of mole for sodium hydroxide will be the same, which is 2.5 exponent -3 mole. Now, in this case, we can say that the concentration for hydroxide is equivalent to the concentration of H+. So we have to relate back to the Kw. Okay, what is Kw? Kw is where the concentration of hydroxide become equilibrium with the concentration of hydrogen ion. Okay, the value of Kw is 1 exponent -14. So let's assume the concentration of each of it is x, and therefore x is equivalent to 1 exponent -7, which is equivalent to the concentration of H+. Now, we can calculate the pH, which is -log H+, -log 1 exponent -7, and we are going to get 7.0. So in this case, we have to relate with Kw. Kw is the equilibrium constant for water. Okay, equilibrium constant for water. Another explanation that we can make is that when it is neutralized to each other, we know that we have produced NaCl salt. So NaCl salt, when it is ionized, it becomes this and this. Okay. And we know that sodium ion cannot react with water. No reaction. No reaction. Thus, the salt is neutral. The solution is neutral. Okay, so this is how we are going to answer any questions related with at equivalence point.